You're watching WHUC TV 7. Now, live from the news station with coverage you can count on, this is Hines' very own WHUC News Live at 5.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m. I am Tawana Johnson.
And I am Makayla Brown. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Also known as Suicide Awareness Month, the month shines a spotlight on a topic not often talked about.
Everyone is affected by suicide, not just the victims. Suicide impacts family, friends long after the loss of a loved one. On average, one person commits suicide every 16.2 minutes. 2/3 of the people who commit suicide suffers from depression.
The mental health of yourself or a loved one can never be taken too seriously. Whether the weight of a long-term struggle or a crisis weighs down on you, allow friends, family, or a profession to lighten the burden by finding support. There is no shame in seeking help.
Learn more about suicide prevention during the month of September is a great way to get educated and educate others. If you are someone who needs emergency assistance, contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at this number.
In Hines News, come and join us as we honor a legend, Coach Gene Murphy, Thursday, September 23rd, 2021 at 5 p.m. before the Hines home game versus Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Come to the tailgate area next to the Gene Murphy Field to John Reeve Fro Stadium.
Constitutional Day, Friday at 11:30 on the Bulldog Blast.
On yesterday, campaign week concluded, and the results are as follows. Mr. Freshman Ezekiel Harris, Miss Sophomore Akira Jefferson, Mr. Sophomore Amaje Williams, Freshman President Joseph Anthony, Freshman Vice President Shania Moore. The runner-ups are for Mr. and Mrs. Sophomore will be named your Sophomore Class President and Vice President, which is Kiara Clemens and Charles Williams. There will be a runoff for Miss Freshman on Monday with Angel Woods and Takaya Hall. Make sure you get out and cast your votes on Monday. And congratulations to all the winners and participants. And a special congratulations to our very own WHUC News 7 reporter Ezekiel Harris on his win. The school supply drive ends on September 30th. The Hobbs Claw History Club and Student Services are collecting school supplies to benefit Utica Elementary and Middle School students. Bring your materials to the Walter Washington AA Building, room 122, or the Dean of Students' office on the second floor of the Union.
Are you Hines CC Utica Next Top Model? Tryouts to join the model squad today from 12 to 2. Casting call for Next Top Model is at the Plas McCarthy Building, room 207. Go, try out and strut your stuff.
Hines Community College has created the Caring Campus Initiative. The initiative encourages employees to engage in a behavior that has meaningful impact on students' lives. Everyone should think before they speak, encouraging every student on the campus to show a concern and a positive attitude and have a meaningful connection with the students. If anyone notices an employee on the campus modeling the Caring Initiative, Hines would like to recognize them as someone caught in the act of caring. You can nominate that person through your My Hines email.
Students, stay up to date with everything that's going on the Utica campus. The Bulldog Blast is sent out each Monday and Thursday of the week.
Homecoming is quickly approaching. Save these dates, October 17th to the 22nd. The theme for this year is the New Renaissance.
I don't know about you, but I heard there is going to be some big things going on over homecoming.
Yes, so when I heard the exact same thing as you. And I really hope COVID-19 does not really affect the homecoming, because I would really like to have a normal homecoming for once as I conclude my last year here.
Right. Not only am I worried about that, I'm also worried about the COVID-19 and how it's going to affect the weather.
Right. If there's anything like the weather this week, I know it's going to be a very sad week of homecoming. Speaking on the weather, we go over to our weatherman, Jacobus Roberts, to get a first look at the weather. Jacobus?
Good evening, everyone. This weather has not been the best this week. Umbrellas, rain boots, and raincoats were definitely being used for this week. When it came roaring ashore as a Category 1 hurricane with 75 miles an hour sustained winds, Nicholas became the 19th named storm to hit the United States in the last 17 months. We will have a full look on this tropical storm later in this newscast. Back to you, Makayla and Tawana.
Thank you for that, Jacobus. Tawana, this weather is really draining, but I know you have to have the rain before you get the rainbow.
Yes, Makayla. Crazy enough, on this day in history, Hurricane Sally made landfall near the Gulf Shores of Alabama as a Category 2 storm, bringing serious floods. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will give you the full look at the weather. Stay tuned.
When stories hit home, you can trust the WHUC News 7 team to give you the information you need.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sharon Washington.
And I'm Jordan Funny.
We have the news team that you can count on, and the only Hines College news station that cares more than any other college station in Mississippi.
The gym is in the construction, so both girls and
This
boys.
is home, and this is the news station. WHUC News 7. Now, WHUC News 7 continues.
Welcome back to this WHUC News 7 newscast at 5 p.m.
The United States has reached another grim milestone against devastating COVID-19 pandemic. 1 in 500 Americans have died since the COVID virus, since the first national report of the infection. As of Tuesday night, 670,000 people in the United States have died from the COVID-19, according to Johns Hopkins University data. And according to the U.S. Census Bureau, in the United States, population as of April 2020 was 331.4 million.
It is a sobering toll that comes as hospitals in the United States are struggling to keep up with the volume of patients, and more children are escaping with the virus. In hopes of managing the spread and preventing more unnecessary deaths, officials are implementing mandates for vaccinations in workplace and maskings in school.
Yes, many organizations are making it mandatory that every employee will have to be vaccinated in order to continue employment. Like many other companies are trying to track if you are vaccinated or not.
The Center of Medicare and Medicaid Services state that FDA authorized them to use monoclonal antibody therapies for the treatment of mild to moderate COVID-19 cases in adults and pediatric patients. More patients are responding positively to the treatment of the therapy. In special cases, if a patient is high risk or progresses to severe cases and is hospitalized.
Yes, as you can see, COVID-19 is here and is not going anywhere anytime soon. Everyone, make sure you please stay masked up and wear your mask properly and get vaccinated.
Yes, Tawana. We go over to Jacobus Roby as he gives us a full look at the weather. Jacobus.
We track storms with accurate forecasts. This is your WHUC Weather Authority.
Tropical storm Nicholas slowed over Houston on Tuesday after crashing into the Texas Gulf Coast as a Category 1 hurricane and knocking out power for more than 500,000 residents. The National Hurricane Center said the storm could still produce life-threatening flash floods across the Deep South, and in the coming days, with its slow movement and heavy rain, Nicholas bears resemblance to Hurricane Harvey, the Category 4 storm in August of 2017 that stalled over the Houston region and dumped nearly 30 to 40 inches of rain over several days. The flooding insured claimed the lives of 68 people, the highest hurricane death toll in the state since 1919. More than 6.2 million people are under flash flood watches that extend from Texas to Florida Panhandle. More than 700,000 of those people are in the New Orleans area, according to the National Weather Service. The center of the storm made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane early Tuesday. It is slow and expected to dissipate in Louisiana. Power was still out for about 74,000 customers late Tuesday, and Nicholas could sap the recovery resources and further damage of the state's vulnerable infrastructure.
Coming up, life and death, as well as what is new in e-news. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to join the Welding and Cutting Technology Department at Hines Community College, Utica campus? The Hines Utica Welding Program trains students to be proficient in a number of welding techniques. In the welding program at Hines Utica, students prepare for entry-level employment in the field of welding and cutting. The program highlights field and shop safety, MIG welding, TIG welding, flux cord welding, and shear metal welding skills, basic blueprint reading, and more. The welder program also provides students with the time and space necessary to develop their skills in order to gain entry-level employment in the welding field. So don't delay, come to Hines Utica today and begin your career in welding.
Now, WHUC News 7 continues.
I am Jennifer Booz, and welcome to Entertainment News. If you haven't been to the movies lately, Marvel Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings Dunn and James Bond adventure, No Time to Die are among the postponed films that either recently been released or is coming soon. Although the Delta variant has prompted yet another delay for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and many more may follow. Don't worry, WHUC News 7 E-Report has you covered, and we will keep you up to date on the latest theoretical and streaming movies release dates for 2021 and beyond. Okay, if you're like me, busy and working, cannot make it to the movies to watch big titles like The Suicide Squad, A Quiet Place Part 3, Marvel's Black Widow, and Fast and Furious 9, and the Justice League Cinder cuts are now streaming. Also, The Matrix 4 is just one of the various blockbusters set to premiere on streaming service like Disney Plus or HBO Max. At the same time, they hit theaters. In sad news, comedian Norman Macdonald, for a former Saturday Night Live writer and performer who was Weekend Update host when Bill Clinton and O.J. Simpson provided comedy fodder during the 1900s, has died. McDonald, who was 61 years old, died after battling cancer for 9 years, but keeping it private to Bill Steen Entertainment Partners, his management firm in Los Angeles. Back to you, Michaela and Tawana.
Thank you, Jennifer. Makala, I don't know about you, but what do you think about sports?
Well, I'm not really a sports person, but I will watch some basketball games time to time. What I really like, though, is the men's basketball because of their energy and just the simple dunking. What about you?
Well, personally, I like golf and basketball. And those are my two favorite sports. And speaking of, the Southern Farm Championship will be September the 27th through October the 3rd.
I can agree with that, Tawana. From the gridiron to the court to the pitch, there's a lot going on in the sports world. And when we come back, we will see just that. Stay tuned.
The Automotive Technology Program here at Hines on the Utica campus provides training for students to become automotive technicians. Training in automotive management, automotive engineering, and business operations are also components of this program. Students will be offered ASE certifications, NC3 certifications, ATEC Trainers certification, and ProCut Master certifications. Students who enroll in Hines Utica Automotive Program will be in a nationally accredited program, which now declares this department a STEM program. Men and women looking to jumpstart their career in a fast-growing broad field of technicians and engineering should enroll today in the Automotive Technology Program at Hines Utica. Come enroll in the Collision Repair Technology Program at Hines Community College, the Utica campus. The Collision Repair Technology Program at Hines Utica is designed to provide students with specialized skills for entry-level jobs in collision repair and refinishing training. Students receive the best training and instruction in repair and refinish work, beginning with basic applications and progressing to heavy collision repairs requiring major body and frame alignment and panel replacement. Students in the Collision Repair Technology Program are prepared for positions as body, frame, and refinish technicians. So come enroll in the Hands-On Collision Repair Technology Program at Hines Utica today.
Now, WHUC News 7 continues.
Welcome back. The sports season has kicked off after wins after wins after wins are earned by the state of Mississippi. Let's take a look at the Sports Center with Lenarius May as he give us the inside scoop. Lenarius?
That's right, everyone. In Hines Sports, Hines football team will be hitting the road to take on Northeast Community College in Boonville, Mississippi at 6:30 p.m. Let's go out and support our Eagles and cheer them on to yet another win. And still in Hines Sports, the Hines women's soccer team played Holmes Community College on Tuesday, and the score was tied 2-2. The men's soccer team played home as well as the Eagles soared to a high win. The win was 6-1 on September 17th. Hines Eagles men and women's soccer team will take on Northeast Community College at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. As well, men's and women's tennis team will hit the road to take on East Central and Copiah Link Community College at 7 p.m. With all the excitement going on in Hines Sports, and this past weekend, all Division I football teams in the state of Mississippi has won. These are followed. Southern Miss Golden Eagles defeated Grambling State 37-0. Alcorn Braves defeated Northwestern State 13-10. Ole Miss defeated Austin Prey 54-17. Mississippi State defeated North Carolina State 24-10. Jackson State defeated Tennessee State 38-16. Mississippi Valley defeated McKendree 45-17. That's all that we have in the sports world. We'll bring it back to Mikala and Mr. Wong.
Thank you, Lenarius. Woo, it seems like there has been a lot of wins in the sports world. I can get excited and more excited about the team that are excelling in sports.
Anytime there is Heinz sport event, you will see one of our WHUC News 7 reporters out at those games. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will have a last look at our weather for the remainder of the week. Stay tuned.
When stories hit home, you can trust the WHUC News 17 to give you the information you need.
Here's the photos, Thursday, August 19th.
If it's Hines Community College news around the campuses.
And this is only the beginning. We have a full week of activity.
Weather.
And now in Crystal Springs, as you can see,
Sports.
Hines is ready to get back to usual by starting the semester off with sports.
And more. We are WHUC News 7, Hines' only college news station that cares. Now, WHUC News 7 continues.
This has really been a really rainy week. Jacobus, I know you have some insight on the weather.
Yes, indeed I do, Tawana. We have about half of an inch of rainfall from Nicholas in central Mississippi as the tropical storm continues to wind down over Louisiana. The steady rain here has also ended from now, but from now through this weekend, we will still remain draped in a very muggy air mass. You can look forward to mostly cloudy skies and occasional breaks of sunshine, which will also lead to downpours of torrential rain and lightning. Now, your days won't be rained out entirely, but you will need to factor showers into your daily plans. Highs will be in the mid-80s for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Overnight and morning lows will reach the lower 70s. The hurricane is still and remains active, but the good news is that none of them are expected to impact our region. Sunset is 7:06 p.m. and the sunrise is 6:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. For all you fall lovers, the season of fall begins next Wednesday. Back to you, Mikala.
Thank you for that, Jacobus. Personally, Tawana and Jacobus, I am really a big kid at heart, and I love jumping in the rain puddles with my colorful rain boots. What about you guys?
Well, I think that is great. If you want to be a big kid at heart. I love it.
Yes, it's just something that brings me joy from my childhood. What about you, Jacobus?
Personally, I'm more of a sing and dance in the rain type guy.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Just you, Mikala, and Jacob as well. Everyone, I hope you all have an enjoyable good night.
Make sure you support our Heinz Sports this season. Remember to like our Facebook on radio and television, and like, comment, and subscribe to our new YouTube channel to stay up to date with all information happening on all Heinz campuses.
Stay masked up, COVID-19 free, and vaccines are key. Have a good day, folks.